So what we did here is, since it's a pole barn, it's just got timbers. Well, they're not poles, they're timbers. Like the houses in Devon and the old Bavarian style houses. That's how they started. So they literally just put timbers in the ground and they raised the house around it. Most importantly, the roof. And so this actually was an accident. We never intended to dig out this timber. What happened is this is an angle. The corner caved and it exposed the timber there. But that was a complete accident. So what we wanted to do was just dig to right there, which is the 2-foot line, which is where we're putting our foundation. And so yeah, that's the very bottom of that timber. So we got to be very, very, very freaking careful, because if we upset that any further, we will compromise the stability of the entire structure, because that's the corner. So we're going to go ahead and fill it in very carefully. But since it was exposed, I decided to go ahead and paint it. So what that is linseed oil, and linseed oil is the seed of the linen plant, which is what we use to make, linen. And so when you boil it, it turns into this honey-colored syrup with this oil, and it's very good for preserving wood. We can also use it for other things, such as making canvas, waterproof canvas, and also tin cloth. Tin cloth uses linseed oil and beeswax, and you boil it, and it's good for blacksmiths. So if you're a blacksmith or somebody that works with a lot of heat, tin cloth is very good for that. Very good for durable, heavy aprons. But anyway, so this is linseed oil. I put a couple coats on there, and when we dug it up, I was expecting that the bottom timber would be in good condition, but I didn't expect it to be in this good condition. So this pole barn was built sometime in the 80s, maybe even the 70s. But it was probably used to house horses. So they had a couple of cross beams right through here. You can see where one of them was attached right there. And then the other one was right here, right underneath this this box, which I had to replace because it was well, obviously from the 70s and exposed to the elements. And the light switch didn't even work. So I got the light working, which I had to replace that as well. But anyway, so that's what it looked like. And at one time it was painted, but that was years and years and years and years ago. But anyway, so there was a cross beam at the bottom too. So what they wanted to do probably was create a tack room for the horses, and then have the stable over there or something like that. But it never actually got finished. It was just a pole barn. Anyway, so we've got plumbing. Well, we don't have plumbing because I'm not a plumber, and I'm leaving that to the homeowner. But anyway, so we've got water to it, and we tested it out and everything like that. We just ended up filling that in. But anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna stub it to the house, and then the homeowner can take care of it after I'm done. But what we have here is we got drainage. So, oh shit, it just collapsed on me. All right, we got drainage there, and what that is because it's a cob and strawbale home, we definitely don't want moisture underneath our foundation. So in order to channel away moisture, what I did is I took this ADS, and it's basically plastic cardboard wrapped in a plastic sleeve. And anyway, it's good for drainage, which is what we're using it for. So I put the holes up so that water can drain into it, but water will not drain out. And then routed it through here is gravel, and we need to fix this right here because it's too raised up. We got a bump. We're gonna have to excavate underneath that and remove that bump. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. We wrapped it in landscaping cloth, right? So as you can see there, yeah, we've got the holes. There's probably another one right about here-ish, yeah. So we've got holes every few inches. And so water can drain into it, but there's no holes in the bottom. So it just basically, it's a channel, it's a gutter for water to flow out away from our foundation. And we're actually gonna lengthen that, but I'm gonna wait until the structure is complete before I go back to it. Probably not gonna be done until the spring. But at least, you know, we're diverting water away from the foundation right now. What will be the foundation anyway. And as you can see right over here, I exposed this timber as well, so that I can paint it with the linseed oil. So notice the color difference there. Now I put a couple coats of linseed oil in here too, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of it later. But as you can see, the dirt has actually preserved it. And the further you go up, the more weathered it becomes. So you can see you got the grain is splitting, and that's just from being exposed to the elements without any protection, no maintenance. So we're gonna have to treat that with kid gloves and give it a good amount of TLC there. Anyway, so we got this timber. Again, you want to expose it a little bit so you can paint it with linseed oil to protect it. And again, it keeps on going a little bit further, but we're not going to do what we did over there and expose the whole thing. We just need to expose enough of it to protect it, and compaction will protect the rest of it. And again, as you can see, it's lasted decades without any maintenance whatsoever. But yeah, so that's where we are right now, and we're about to fill it in. So I've got some urbanite here. Urbanite is used concrete. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna, see, that's used concrete right there. And it's, we're recycling, because we're gonna, once we get enough gravel on here to make it all flat, once we're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and layer it over with urbanite. And I've got various sizes. And we got Donald over there. Say hey, Donald. All right, so this is the big stuff. This stuff goes on top. We're not gonna put that on the bottom. And we have a bunch of trash over here. Well, that's technically recycling, but you know, whatever. We've got the small stuff, which we're gonna put on the bottom there, and then the big stuff goes on top. And then in the crevices, in the nooks and crannies, we're filling it in with gravel, which we got a sifter right here. That's what this is. It's the sifter apparatus, which I need to strengthen support there. But you basically load up a wheelbarrow full of dirt, sift it out. And what we got in there is cob material, and what we got on top is the gravel. So we're gonna have to use this anyway to sift out the real good dirt, which is what we're starting to do right here. As you can see, this nice big pile is what we're gonna use for the cob. So cob is 20% clay, and the rest is sand and silt and associated aggregate, but you try to keep the aggregate out as much as possible. As you can see, we got a little bit that escaped the filter, the screen there, but that's fine. Just throw it out. And then the rest of it is some sort of binder, like hemp or straw. And down south, they use cactus juice. You can use blood. So like goat's blood, cow's blood, anything you can use as binder, but straw or some sort of a fiber like hemp is of course necessary as the basic binder. Any other binder is an addition that'll just increase the lifespan of the house. All right, so anyway, that's what we got. Right now we've got our makeshift bridge here. I built this thing. It's actually quite sturdy, surprisingly enough. But now that we're filling this in, hopefully there's going to be no need for it. We can move it elsewhere, like over across the this trench we got here for our foundation. And this is a stub, so I'm pretty sure we're going to make the sewer go that way. But just in case, we got a stub here, so we don't have to dig up the foundation if we need to put the sewer elsewhere. And that's all we got right now. That's it.